Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another chat about video games.
Another chat about video games, the world of video games. It's always great.
And obviously, once again, Exile Mike Pies here.
Well, yeah, because otherwise you'll be just talking to yourself.
Talking to myself.
It works for some people.
If I'm honest, there's not been... Well, I mean, there has been news, but there's not been lots of news that I genuinely want to talk about.
Yes, but there has been one.
There's been one that I wouldn't say I want to talk about, but I just feel like it kind of works its way into the video.
Yeah, it's like, it's the big, giant, massive, 100% life-size elephant in the room.
And that is Warcraft's free Reforged.
Or as the meme is going, refunded.
Yeah. My God, how...
I mean, this is EA level of ball dropping.
It's not even that. That's the weird thing. It's like... Because like, sometimes you just feel like EA deliberately do things. This just feels like it's been... Like, Blizzard just don't have a clue what they're doing anymore.
Yeah.
That's what this feels like. It's like everybody who runs Blizzard now have no idea what they're doing. It's anything.
It's the worst rated game
ever on Metacritic. Just check out Metacritic. At the moment,
I think there is like a game that is rated worse.
No. It is actually the worst rated game.
It's actually the worst rated game now.
It's 0.3, 0.3, 0.4.
Seriously, it was
just like the worst.
I last checked it, and granted, it was a few days ago. So you know the outcry of.
I checked it yesterday, and it was 0.4. When I checked yesterday, it's the worst.
I mean, it's guaranteed. Like from an actual proper game developer, it is the worst rated game of all time.
Yes,
from an actual 100% no asset flip crapness. It is an actual genuine game that is now the most lowest user rated game of all time. And
it's so bad. Like I said, it feels like they don't know what they're doing. Like they haven't got this experience of being a game company for so long.
I mean, I could understand Valve dropping the ball like that before that.
Because they haven't done anything for years.
Yeah, and yet their VR game, is it Alex?
Yes. Half-Life Alex.
Half-Life Alex looks actually genuinely good. I mean, granted, Warcraft 3 Reforged looked genuinely good. And I like my strategy games. I'm terrible at them, but I like them. And I was looking forward to this. And thankfully, I just didn't pre-order it.
What I don't understand is, how does this game look worse than the original?
I don't think,
it doesn't
graphically, it isn't, but there's a lot of features apparently that are in the original, and there's bugs in the Reforged that aren't in the original. And I think if it was just, there's a lot of things that if this hadn't been put in, the backlash from the fan base wouldn't be as bad. Like if they hadn't force updated everyone who owned Warcraft 3 to the reforged version, if they didn't force everyone to that, this backlash probably wouldn't be as bad. It'd still be backlash, but and also the terms and conditions that they've added to this, they've literally said anything you make in this game belongs to us.
Yes,
which is a kind of technically understood, non-verbal agreement sort of thing. We are using your stuff, but it's it is so corporate.
Yeah,
it is so corporate that they've done. I know why they've done it, because they don't want to miss out like they did with the MOBA, because Dota was basically I think if I remember correctly, a game mode created by someone in Warcraft 3.
Yes, yeah, it was.
And then it got popped, and then people would say, "Oh, this is really, really cool. This is really fun." And so they basically made
Dota 2.
Dota 2 was made, League of Legends.
Yeah.
It basically
the whole MOBA scene
genre came out of that. And because Blizzard were very late on the scene with that, with their Heroes of the Storm.
Which I like, by the way.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I say it's a decent little thing. I'm Again, terrible already.
I'm alright at it. As long as I'm either Hanzo or there's another lass with a bow. As long as I'm one of those, I tend to do alright.
Not Sylvanas.
It might be Sylvanas. I don't know. I don't know people's names. If it's honestly for Blizzard, right? If it's not a character from Overwatch, I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, we are not giant Blizzard fanboys, but
I like my Overwatch. That's really about it.
yeah, I mean, I keep going to get.
I tell a lie. Diablo. I do like Diablo.
Yes.
But there's no real massive characters
No,
in Diablo.
you just like your Necromancer with its gigantic
with
army
my
of doom.
army of death. Yes. Which Diablo 4 you better announce. I want to see a Necromancer because I'm not buying that game until Necromancer gets announced. It's not happening. I like my Rising of the Dead.
But you would have thought, especially with like, they kind of didn't quell the fire that the Blitzchung incident caused.
It died down.
It died. They basically like simmered down the flames and placated the masses with like, hey, we got Overwatch 2. Hey,
we got
Diablo 4. Look at this. Yeah, you like this. And you were really pissed about Diablo Mobile because we didn't show you this. But last year. But look at all this. Don't
look at the shiny stuff. Don't look at this stuff over here.
Don't look at what we're doing in China. Don't look at what we're doing in China. So, and then it's just like, yeah, let's just release a half-baked, lazy, unfinished, feature missing. It's not even like a massive upgrade in graphics either, from what I've seen, like the final product to there, and to do that, like, look, you dodged a bullet. With the Hearthstone hoo-ha, you dodged a bullet there, Blizzard. Why on earth would you give them a massive gun and more bullets?
Yeah,
with your names etched on those bullets. Why would you do that?
This is why I'm saying. This is why it seems like they honestly don't know what they're doing anymore.
It's almost like, right, they did that to placate people, and then when people went, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this, they went, oh, shit. You know all those guys we fired like a while ago so that our shareholders
would be happy?
Yeah. They're all our real-time strategy guys, weren't they? They were, weren't they?
But
it's almost like one of those scenarios. Like we literally got into a scenario where they went, okay, we're going to make this. Let's go and start doing it. Where's so-and-so? Oh, he got let go. Oh, where's Thingy? And she got let go as well. Did anyone survive Did anyone here got real-time strategies experience? No.
It does feel that way. It does actually feel that way. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's almost like they went, shit, we don't know what we're doing.
The main problem, I think, for a lot of people is that the trailer came out for it, and then the actual sort of like gameplay trailer came out, where it's like a scene from the actual game.
Yeah.
Came out,
and it ended up being completely what you got in the game was completely. It was the same scene, but you could clearly tell it
so bad.
It's almost like, wait, you actually rendered that?
Yeah.
As a trailer.
Yeah.
You rendered that
Why
as
didn't
a
you
trailer.
put that in the game?
Why did you even? It just makes no sense. It's like an over 10-year-old game. How do you mess that up? At least the Dark Souls PS4 version, yes, it wasn't.
Oh, the updated version.
Yeah, the update.
It looked all right.
Yeah,
you know, it's
still the same. Got the clunky mechanics as Dark Souls 1.
Awful clunky.
But
mechanics.
they did improve at least the looks of it enough for you to say, yeah, this is, and it won smoother.
Yeah,
it did that.
Yeah, Blighttown
apparently Reforged doesn't.
Yeah, Blighttown wasn't a nightmare.
Yeah, Blighttown wasn't 1 frame per second. It was amazing.
It was nice.
That was worth the money altogether.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, I just don't. It was almost like, you know, this is like, you know, this is your one last life, Blizzard. This is your one last life, right? Don't fuck it up. And what do? They literally just walk off a cliff into lava.
Nah, they've got Overwatch 2. Blizzard is fine.
Yeah.
They've got Overwatch 2 coming and Diablo 4. They'll be fine.
The worry is like Overwatch 2 now has to really, really make it worth being that 2 on the end.
About Overwatch 2, I still don't think they've explained how this is going to work.
Oh, if you own Overwatch 1...
One, you still get the new maps and you still get the characters.
I think you only get the multiplayer, though.
My question, though, is... Because the characters for Overwatch 2, if you look at them on the
they're
trailer,
being redesigned.
They have been redesigned.
That was going to
So
be...
is that going to happen? Are you going to get that?
That is going to be a giant update patch for Overwatch 1.
Lucio and Tracer have been completely redesigned. Like the way they look.
Their costumes.
So are they gonna? Are they?
The only the thing is, if they're using the same game engine, then
I think they are.
It's basically just another skin, in a sense, a more highly detailed skin, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably the way they're going to get around it. It'll be the same game engine, or a better improved game engine that Overwatch is running on.
Yeah.
And basically, what they'll do is they'll have those they'll be acting like new skins because the mechanics will probably be the same in the multiplayer per se. So
that's actually something we'll talk about in a second. Overwatch. To do with Overwatch, we'll go back to Warcraft.
Yeah, because we went off on a tangent. But I think we were pretty much at the end of it.
Yeah. I don't understand Blizzard at the moment.
I mean,
there are lots of questions that need to be asked at Blizzard.
I mean, it wasn't that hard a ball to catch, and yet they somehow dropped it.
Exactly. I honestly thought when I saw the trailer, I was a bit like, well, that's gonna sell for loads. That's gonna be because
apparently it has done.
It still has done. Now they're just refunding everybody.
Yeah, but they've kind of burnt like that bridge that they were building for this. They've just literally set a dumpster fire and thrown it on that bridge and burnt it to the ground.
Blizzard, man. Anyway, a quick thing onto Overwatch. Apparently, for I think it's only going to be competitive mode. This is probably going to be when Overwatch 2 gets released. Mm-hmm. They're actually going to have character pools.
Oh,
so you can ban certain characters to use during the match.
In competitive, that would be really. I think that'd be interesting for like the Overwatch League. That could be really, really.
That would
good.
be. I think it would be
because then you could literally go right. This team. Basically, it messes up the meta.
Yeah.
And the one thing I'm always disappointed in
on Overwatch
Overwatch is one, the meta, and two, it's not the meta in like casual or like just what we play, but it's more to do with like the Overwatch League.
Yeah.
I very rarely see people switching as much, which is the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
It's like this team has this setup, so we switch to this to counter that, and then they switch to counter, and then they switch to counter. And I think this whole like ulti meta where you can stick to your character because you need your ultimate.
Yeah. The ultimate economy that they use.
Yeah, the ultimate economy. They need to really find a way to make that not as much of a big deal.
Yeah.
Because you have to admit there are some combos that are just literally like they will just destroy teams.
Well, Reaper and Mei.
Yeah, Reaper and Mei. I remember we actually did that combo.
And we team killed somebody.
We actually team wiped an actual
natural group, and that's just because we did the. But I actually think the character pool will be a good thing.
Yeah.
For Overwatch.
Because
the problem is of what I've read. I'll see if I can find it again. But what I've read is it looks like the game's going to pick who's not allowed in the match.
Ooh.
Not teams.
Ooh.
But
I mean,
it's going to be one of those that we're going to have to wait and see how it works.
Because also you run the risk of on the other side of this, the negatives is you run the risk of douchebags who have their favourite character who decide if their character gets banned, it's like, no, I'm not going to play anymore, and quit the team. And if you have 2 or 3 people do that on one side, That's it.
Oh yeah. I
You're
know.
done.
I think there's a lot of Overwatch players that will agree with you on that one.
I mean,
That
hell,
has suffered.
Overwatch is such a finely balanced game that one person down, unless you on your team are really good players, if you're one person down, it gonna
You're buggered.
yeah,
You're
9 out
done.
of 10, you're pretty done.
Yeah. I think that's it for Blizzard. I
Yeah.
think that's it for Blizzard news.
It's not very good.
It's not great, but that's it
No.
for Blizzard news. Yeah, just. I mean, they did come out with a response to the Warcraft thing. I'm not really gonna read it. It's just
It's just a bunch of corporate speak, isn't it?
pretty much.
We're listening to our fans. We're listening to our community in there somewhere.
The team is excited that Warcraft 3 Reforged is finally upon us, and we're fully committed to supporting the game for a long time to come. Which is a very weird thing to say
About a 10-year-old game.
about a 10-year-old game, that they're not, at least I'm assuming they're not going to add anything into it. I mean,
I wouldn't see why.
I would rather you... I mean,
People-
I'm not a Warcraft fan, so, like, But, like, if I was, I would rather you put that effort into, I don't know, maybe making Warcraft 4?
StarCraft 3.
What's that? StarCraft 3. No, that's the next
I
one.
feel
StarCraft
No, they've already. This is the thing. They already had Blood War remade, and that was really, really good and really well done. And do you know what they did? They kept it to the original thing. They didn't mess with it.
Yeah.
They just gave it a very, very nice, shiny new paint.
Yeah, but that was Blood Wars. I'm on about, like, the latest one.
Oh, StarCraft 2.
StarCraft 2, yeah.
Yeah,
They'll redo that one.
that would piss off so many people.
I know.
That would piss off so many people. I mean, they're already giving it away for free to a point. I think it's like the multiplayer.
Yeah, the multiplayer is free.
Yeah, for StarCraft.
The
it's
co-op
free.
mode.
Yeah.
The co-op mode is free, which is
like it's a cool way of doing it, but I just don't understand. Like the last couple of years for Blizzard has literally been like, should you even bother being Blizzard anymore? Should you just literally have Activision signposted over your entrance? I mean, technically you've got it because it's Activision Blizzard, but still, it's like, where is this group that made StarCraft,
Warcraft,
World of Warcraft,
the first Diablo,
Diablo
2.
Diablo 2,
I think Activision had them when they made
Diablo 3,
Diablo
yeah.
3. Actually, no, I don't think they did. I don't think they had them for Diablo 2.
Diablo 3 they did, because
They definitely did for Diablo
that's
3.
why the whole thing with the blooming auction house was
Yeah.
such a mess. It is literally like, I think a lot of Blizzard fans are going to have to come to the terms like, this is no longer the company they grew up with. This is just like all the others, like Bethesda and
Hell, EA's not even the same.
yeah.
I mean, EA's probably the worst, but yeah.
Yeah, because remember, EA,
A lot of-
surprisingly enough, I remember when EA used to actually be a good company.
EA big, the games they used to come out with.
Yeah.
SSX, SSX 3, one of my favorite games of all time.
It's just like, it is literally,
It is heartbreaking.
it's heartbreaking, and it's also disappointing.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm not angry at Blizzard. I'm not angry at EA. I'm not angry at Bethesda. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed that companies that are that wealthy can't be asked to actually put effort into certain things and think the fan base is going to put up with it. And the fan bases have put up with a lot.
yeah.
I think, like, this last couple of years, the whole loot box fiasco has literally alienated a large part of the fan base of these companies. And they've literally turned around and gone, no. No more chances. No more looking, well, this, and no more backing them. I mean, you've still got the blooming sports fans that will go out in droves and buy FIFA and Madden and NHL, and I look at it and go, why? You're ruining my game I used to enjoy to play.
No, you didn't. No one enjoys playing FIFA. Nobody enjoys playing that game. That game
I used to.
solely exists to annoy people. That's what that game exists to do. Oh, and steal your money.
Yes.
Other
steal
than
your
that-
money in the hope that your 6-year-old kid gets Lionel Messi and then dashes his hopes on a cliff while he takes all your money.
Yeah. But we're gonna move on now.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on. Like I said, there's not a lot of news. They've shown off the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch, the special edition that's going to come out with the game.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Well, of course, it's going to be Animal Crossing.
It's adorable.
Animal Crossing, if you could describe Animal Crossing in one word, it would be adorable.
Yeah. It is. It's like the Joy-Cons, I think, are light blue and sort of like a light yellow colour. And the actual docking station, so I have the Let's Go Pokemon one, with the Eevee. So my docking station has a Pikachu and an Eevee on it.
Yeah.
And actually behind the actual console has little outlines of Eevee all over it.
Yeah.
So the Animal Crossing one,
mine's Smash. So it has like this. I think quite everyone should know what the Smash one looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to admit, it's like
the Animal Crossing one though. It has like a ground sort of picture, and then it's got the little. I want to say Tanuki character.
Yeah.
But it could be a raccoon. I don't know. I'm not very good with those.
Thingy Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on there. He's got like.
Yeah, I think he's
it's
a
quite
raccoon.
literally adorable.
He's
Also,
a raccoon,
Animal Crossing. Well, not news, but just something I found quite funny and quite adorable. There's a fan who's drawn some fan art of Isabella hugging Doom Guy. Which I just think is just that's just fantastic.
That's brilliant. That's what I love.
Because Doom Guy deserves a hug.
He does.
I think he deserves a hug.
I mean, he literally ripped and tears through the deserts of hell with great aplomb, and he deserves some recognition for that. I mean, and all Isabel wants to do is give him a hug.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Animal Crossing is looking fantastic.
I that's the thing. One of the things is like, yes, there's a lot of negativity and all that with the internet, but the positives, you get people like that. That's the sort of thing you would never see before the internet.
Oh yeah.
And that's why the internet is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing.
I think Nintendo have announced that it's going to be one island per Switch. So like, if we both have Animal Crossing, you come into my game, you'll be on my island.
Yeah.
You won't be on your island.
Which means basically you can get people to visit.
Yeah.
In a sense. That's pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. I kind of like that. That's
pretty good. So that's Animal Crossing news out the window. Dreams. If you buy Dreams on early access, so basically I think pre-order.
Yeah.
Because it's PS4, isn't it? Is it only PS4? Is it going to be on the PC? I know it's on the PS4 and it's not on Xbox.
As far as I know, only on PS4. But I've kind of like buried my head whenever news of this comes out, because it always seems even more fantastical than before. It's like, this game cannot be this good. It can't. I refuse to believe it.
But if you buy it, if you pre-order it, I'm assuming you'll actually get the game. So you'll probably get a download. I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, people have been already like making levels on it and that. And it's like,
yeah, but that's the either the game testers or the beta testers and that.
Yeah, people have signed up for the betas and all that. But yeah, people have already been making.
You'll actually get the full game.
Yeah.
The full access thing, 3 days early, which is alright. It's a good reason to pre-order, I suppose. I'm not one of these people who are like, do not pre-order games.
But the thing is, though, I understand the reasoning behind it now, because beforehand, when pre-orders used to come out, it was like the PS2, the PS1, and you weren't guaranteed on the day to get the game. So you pre-ordered so that you would turn up at the Electronic Boutique, as it used to be known as, or Game, as it's known now, and they would have a game held back for you. You know, I think we did it with pretty much every Final Fantasy after 7. I remembered one of the Smackdowns I did it with. I think it was Just Bring It. Or Here Comes... Actually, no, it might have been Here Comes the Pain. Like Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. I pre-ordered those bad boys because there was no way in hell I was going to blooming miss out on them.
Yeah.
not a chance in hell. But that was the reason why pre-orders were
Oh, yeah.
around then, because you couldn't guarantee on the day they have enough stock for you to get it. So you pre-ordered it, you went to the shop, you pre-ordered it. This was even before you would put a deposit down for your pre-order. You would just put your name down, your address.
on a sheet.
On a sheet.
On a sheet of paper.
And they would hold it back for you. And all you needed was like your club card or whatever.
Yeah. Ah, the days.
But no, pre-orders is no need. There is no need. The days of like buying from Amazon and getting digital downloads. There's no real need to pre-order. There's nowhere that's going to run out of stock in a sense, because
Unless it's an anime game.
yeah.
Did no one ever
Unless you
stocks
want
a very specific
unless
type
you
of
want
game?
the physical copy of and I'm one of those people. I want a physical copy if I get the opportunity. A physical copy for me. Thank you very much. Unless it's that, there's no need, because you have like pre-downloads and you can buy on the day and download it. I mean, granted, day of release, you're not playing that game anymore.
No.
No, there's usually about a 10 gigabyte freaking update to do.
Yeah.
Because game companies just don't give a fuck.
Ah, the days of pre-order. When pre-order meant something. But yeah, Dreams is looking just fantastic.
Dreams is looking amazing.
It's just looking fantastic.
I will literally just buy it and just be shocked.
I'm going to buy that game and I'm just going to play everybody's game.
Yeah.
I'm going to just go through.
It's like
no more.
I'm trying to think of like what types of games. I think there's been a racing game, a kart game, a platformer. Someone's made a first-person shooter.
Somebody's made the beginning of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, the first Mega Reactor.
Yeah, they've done that. Someone's made that. I think somebody's made Metal Gear Solid. Someone's made Metal Gear Solid in Dreams.
Oh my god!
It's just it's ridiculous. And kudos to everybody who has made a game on Dreams. Like, holy crap!
You guys need
well
jobs.
done.
You guys, honest to God, if it wasn't for the fact that the gaming industry is a terrible place to work.
Oh, well, it's a terrible place to be a developer.
Yeah, it's a terrible place to be a developer in, unless, because, let's all be honest, the CEOs of the AAA gaming industry, they're not developers.
Oh, no.
They probably wouldn't know the code for a blooming to run left.
Yes.
Which is, in a sense, fine, because that's not their job. Their job's to actually run the company, but, when you're making the amount of money of the likes of Bobby Kotick...
Why do you need to know a code that runs left when you make that much money?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I wonder what he actually does apart from, take a lot of money. But anyway we're digressing
into stuff that we don't really want to talk about.
No.
So
I'm just making a point. It's like, these people deserve a job in the gaming industry.
Yeah. These guys deserve.
Then again, it's like, do you really want that with the levels of crunch and terrible working conditions? Probably not.
Well, depending on where you work, not all places do crunch.
Not all places, but I'm just generalizing.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
EA, Bethesda, Hell CD Projekt Red, crunch at the moment, and it shouldn't be. It's seen like as part and parcel
of working
in a major game studio, and it's like that shouldn't.
Be no.
But anyway, I think we discussed this last week.
Yeah, we did. No, not last week. I was ill last week.
Yeah.
I was very ill last. I'm still ill actually, but
just not as ill as last week.
No, I'm just as bad. Right, Fallout 76 Wastelanders DLC finally has a release date of April 7th.
Pardon?
Finally coming out
in April.
In April.
Are you? If that is not, and I know it's not gonna be, but if that is not the most perfect update Bethesda have ever fucking launched.
No. It's going to get it's going to get closer and closer and closer. Then Bethesda are going to realise that Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming out soon. And they're going to go, well, no one's going to play Fallout 76 when that game's coming out.
No one's playing Fallout 76 now. Why do they think other games
are going to take Final Fantasy VII Remake will be out.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal will be coming out. I think Doom Eternal's out the day before.
Why on earth? I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around, like, Wastelanders was supposed to be out the end of last year.
Yes, it was.
And now they're saying, oh yeah, April. And I'm like...
I'm honestly waiting. I'm waiting for them to be like, oh, we're putting it back again. Because it's not good enough. It's going to be September now.
Cyberpunk.
Oh no, it's going to come out in November. Oh, you mean when the next gen stuff's out?
Yeah. That game is still a giant 100% massive dumpster fire.
At the moment, yes, it is.
It is rivaling the Simpson Tire Fire of Eternity, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
It is just constantly a complete and utter mess.
I still can't believe that game is still. We went into a store, didn't we?
Yeah,
And
£30.
30 quid. Like
30
no.
Jesus. I mean, No Man's Sky. You could probably get away with trying to sell No Man's Sky now for that much, considering like the massive redesign and rebuild, and literally from scratch everything that they did with that game. You could argue. You'd be wrong, but you never
know.
Argue.
You never know. Wastelanders might do that.
No.
I mean, it won't, but it might.
No. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for anyone who's still playing that game, because they should realise that it's not. Nothing is worth the amount of absolute F all that they've gone through with that game.
I think there's a
They
Reddit.
could have called it.
I think there's a Reddit where they've literally just listed all the bugs that are still there, and it's like
we're getting over a year.
It's like 2 pages.
We're closing in on a year and a half of this game, and for bugs to be there that was from launch is unacceptable in this day and age. Wasn't there something else?
Yes.
Stadia.
No. We will talk about Stadia in a minute. The PlayStation 5 has an official website now.
Cool.
It's just come out. I
still haven't seen what the actual thing looks like.
I actually don't think there's anything on the website.
It's just the logo.
Just the logo.
I mean, there's nothing
Sony.
wrong. Yeah, because Sony. I'm excited yet genuinely concerned, because I have visions of the PS3.
I don't really mind.
No, well,
I don't think we're going to have a debacle as the PS3.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if it's not as good as the Series X, then fine. Like, I'm not. As long as I can play my games on it.
I'm happy. I know, but
I'm happy.
The thing is like Sony being the leading, dominating position they're in, they do kind of just take their foot off the gas, sort of thing.
Yes, I think this one is a little bit different though, because we've had Microsoft really ramp up.
Yeah,
you got to remember.
They
when
definitely
they did the PS3. Xbox didn't really do a lot of marketing for Xbox 360 until.
Yeah, no, but the reason why with the PS3 was the way it is, and
I know why.
It's because of
they were
how dominant they were over the PS2. That's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm kind of concerned. I'm excited, and I'm just worrying over nothing. But like I remember
this is what I'm trying to say. When Sony did the PS3 thing, you got to remember that for most of the PS2's life, the Xbox wasn't a thing. Nintendo weren't exactly in the greatest place with the GameCube.
Yeah, the GameCube
weren't in the greatest place to really challenge them at all.
Yeah,
and Sega died. You know,
so
that was the PS2 era, right? So, whereas the difference is this time they've got Microsoft. Yeah, Xbox One didn't do brilliantly, but they're still chomping at the heels for this. The Switch has done fantastic.
Yeah, I think the Switch is going to be the thing that keeps Sony honest in a sense.
So,
but though, like Nintendo,
for this release,
the thing is, Nintendo are never going to be in competition with Sony.
Oh no,
Nintendo have literally held their hands up and going, "Nah, we're not fighting you. You guys fight each other. We're just going to do our own thing."
Yeah, but Nintendo don't care. That's the thing. But like, that's my point. Sony this time have Microsoft chomping at them. They've got Nintendo selling quite well on their consoles.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, they can't really drop the ball like they did last time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's still possible that they
it
will.
is still possible.
But I think they know what they're doing.
The fact that only just recently Minecraft has allowed PS4 to play with Nintendo and Xbox, which a lot of people are saying is down to Sony.
To which, again,
kind of
the whole crossplay thing.
Well, no, the thing is like, I don't see the problem in having crossplay.
I don't see the point.
It means that, it lessens the pressure of everyone getting the same console, in a sense.
Yes. My argument to that is, like, Xbox would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah, if Microsoft were in the dominant position, they probably would have
done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, like, in this Sony would kind of, it makes them look bad.
And it may be, but like personally, I feel like because if you look at the games that you can crossplay on, whoop-de bloody do. Minecraft.
For you, whoop-de bloody do. A lot of people are really excited over that. But you're not a massive fan of that Minecraft. So anyway, I think we've discussed what there's literally nothing else to go on because we still don't even know what the console looks like.
That's very true. There is.
We have the logo.
Nothing.
That is it.
Little something. Medieval 2 remake has been teased by the original composer.
That is.
Which would be really cool because we never got to play the second one.
No, it was Victorian London.
It was Victorian setting. Victorian setting. It was like a steampunky sort of deal.
Yeah, but it was clearly
it was Victorian.
Victorian London. Clearly.
But
no, that's actually quite good.
When I was a kid, couldn't find it anywhere to buy it.
Medieval 2. Yeah.
Medieval 2. Could not find that game.
So disappointed.
I was so disappointed because I loved the first one, and when the second one got announced, I was very, very happy. And could I find anywhere to buy it? Because Medieval 2 came out before Amazon.
Yeah, it came out. Well, the thing was, it's like no one was allowing you. You couldn't pre-order it, and it was before. I think it was one of the last gay platform-wise that came out before the PS2.
Yeah.
It was like tail end of the PlayStation life cycle.
Yeah.
And I don't think it did sales that well, and we all went, well, we couldn't bloody find the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Medieval 2.
Game.
Yes, an opportunity for you to finally get that game and play it.
Yeah, I'm totally down for that. Please let me play that game. I think The Sims has done something for its birthday or something like that. I don't think
they've probably released some like items or something. I think hasn't the Holiday Island thing been released already?
Yes, that got released. That was a
ago.
while ago. That
I know. I'm just thinking like it was like one of the few things that we saw at E3 that we were like, you know what, that looked actually quite interesting.
Ratchet and Clank is a PS5 launch rumor. One of the games rumored to be for the launch. Which, all right, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, Insomniac, a bit hit and miss with recent Ratchet and Clanks. Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, and 3, and the Gladiator one
was quite
fun. Were pretty fun. I just think the one thing I really want them to have in is the customizable ships again. Yeah. I really like that. Just a little thing for me. But it'll probably be good. I think the reboot for the movie was well done.
It was alright. It was
okay.
It was a Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah.
That's really all you can say about it.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything outstanding about it, if I'm honest. I didn't like Quark, whereas I liked Quark in the original.
They're trying to make him a sympathetic villain. Trying to make him a sympathetic villain.
Whereas I did really like him in the first one, where it turned out, spoilers, where it turned out he was actually working for the villain and being like, aha! And all this sort of stuff. And being an absolute doofus.
Yeah. Cause
not really caring.
I think the fact that like Quark in the original trilogy is just a complete and utter idiot.
Yeah.
An absolute idiot. is just fantastic.
I think the other problem is because I think Doctor Nefarious is in the first one. In this.
In the movie.
In the movie in there. And it's just sort of like it just feels because you've got they basically follow the story from the first game but add stuff in.
It feels like Nefarious is only in there
because Nefarious is the most recognisable villain.
Yeah. And also he's everyone's favourite villain.
Yeah. Because he's awesome.
Yeah. And it's like you've just shoehorned him in there for no reason.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like he should be there, but yeah, that's fine. Is there anything else? I can't
Apart from Stadia dying a very slow and painful death.
Yeah, Stadia is dying quite badly. Let's see if I can find the
actual news report.
The actual news report. It's not doing great.
I mean,
basically, it's because... Oh, that's something. Temtem, the sort of Pokemon MMO.
Yeah.
It's doing really well.
I've seen people stream it. It looks really, really cool.
Yeah. It looks quite... I don't know the word. I'm going to say easygoing, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
It looks like a game I could play and relax to.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it's in beta at the moment. They haven't like got all the animals that they want in. I think the last time I saw them, they were having server problems, but they were like trying out. It was like a new build with new server settings and all that, and it kind of didn't work. But it's beta. It's why they have beta, so that they can work these kinks out.
Yeah.
So that when they finally launch it, everything should run smoothly.
Yeah, it's doing quite well. It's I think it's on early access on Steam.
Yeah.
And
a PC version, a PC Pokemon MMO, I see no problem with that.
I think, if I'm honest, it's a good game if you're a Pokemon fan, but you're not interested in Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Like if you're one of those people that weren't,
I make it. I have Sword. I have. Is it Sword or Shield that I have?
I have Shield.
That means I have Sword. I'm enjoying it. I understand where people are coming from complaint wise.
Oh yeah.
Totally understand where they're coming from, but I still am enjoying it. I think I've got my value out of it. But I may look at Tencent and go, yeah, I could get that as well.
It looks alright. I think it's only like £20.
I know.
So it's a decent little price.
Yeah.
For a decent looking game.
Yeah, it's clearly a Pokemon inspiration game.
It's definitely Pokemon.
It's definitely been inspired by Pokemon. I just want to see. I would like to see. Play it myself and get a feel of like what actually 100% distinguishes it from Pokemon.
Yes. I think I found it. I found a response from Google, but I haven't found the actual article talking about
how badly it's doing.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. I'm not actually going to go on about the article, but Jedi Fallen Order has sold 8 million copies in 1.5 months, which is, it is like a giant fuck you, EA.
Yeah. No, like, all we've wanted, I can say this as a Star Wars fan, all we've wanted is a genuine.
I mean, to be fair,
if
you're on the board of EA, and you see that, if I'm on the board, I'd be like, why are we not doing this? Why are we constantly doing that thing where nobody's buying the game?
And I will give you the douchebag on the board, the person who makes all the decisions, that robot, go, yes, but we can't milk them for all their money with that game. We can't constantly be asking for more money off them for that game. Despite the fact that what you should be doing is selling this game, using the money from that game to make another game, sequel to that game, which even more people will buy. And then repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
And
then you use the other money to make new games. You make new games. Maybe, I don't know. Bring in re-release Dead Space. That would be nice. I would like you to re-release Dead Space on
Don't be silly, because you know what they'll do. You know exactly what they'll do. They'll re-release Dead Space, want it to sell 10 million copies, which, despite Dead Space being a really good game, it's a horror game, which means it's never going to sell 10 million copies.
No. Although saying that,
they'll make a profit.
This
is the thing, though. They will make a profit because the people that will want it will buy it.
Yes.
You're guaranteed people to buy it.
It won't make enough of a profit.
It won't make enough of a profit.
That's very true.
And it's like Capcom, whenever they come out with like, oh, Resident Evil 7 didn't do as much as we wanted. Why are you asking that much?
Hey, we are not saying bad things about Capcom. They've been doing good things lately.
No, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just pointing out.
Stop.
Like,
no,
7, no.
They'll hear
let
us.
me put
they
my
will
point
hear
across.
you.
Let me
put
my point across. Resident Evil 7 was a very good game. It was successful. It sold and made a profit, and yet they still weren't happy with the amount of money it made. Now, granted, that's a few years ago. Resident Evil 2 remake sold amazingly well, and they were happy with it. It's almost like the people have realized, let's not expect it to sell to the mainstream like it's a COD game.
Yes.
Let's not make that assumption that it's going to do as well as COD.
Monster Hunter World.
done
Iceborne done really well. They're finally
they're not set yet.
Street Fighter 5 out.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5, the latest update has really changed a lot of things. It makes it a lot more varied and really good.
See, this is why we're not saying bad things about Capcom right now, because they'll hear us, and then they'll go back to being that way.
They're doing great. They're no longer setting unrealistic expectations. Capcom. What I'm saying is EA will set those unrealistic expectations. The only reason why they set only 8 million for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is because they keep saying single player games are dead, and if they went, well, we expected to make $20 billion and sell 20 million copies, people would have turned around and gone, you're taking out your fucking ass, mate.
So on to Stadia for a quick one. Basically, they've gone like 40 days with no games coming on. They've not announced anything. They've not announced any updates to Stadia. They've basically gone dead. They've gone quiet.
Yeah, that's a worrying sign for a Google. For a Google product. That's a worrying sign.
The fans, if there are any.
Well, the users, the people that bought Stadia,
are kind of getting a bit annoyed at this.
Understandably so.
Which is understandably, because I think the best game on there is
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, don't say that word. It's not an Assassin's Creed game. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, that game. I think, at least, because I haven't actually looked. I'm sure they do have other games on there that are actually probably better, but I don't think they work
as well
on Stadia.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
This is the thing, right? They're yet to roll out the free version, the 1080p streaming version.
Yeah,
it's still the subscription 4K.
Yeah.
Nothing else. They haven't updated it to run on Androids or certain Androids. Not every phone works on it yet.
Yeah. Which
is like the big selling point of it. Not enough games have been released on it. The games that have been released don't work as well as they do on console or PC. Their input lag on certain games are horrendous. And there are certain things that you need Chromecast for, which is a box. And the whole thing of Stadia was, you don't need a box to play. And it's like, well, what's this thing then? It's like, yes, it is. It's smaller than a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One. Yeah. And you could argue technically it's smaller than a Switch. But the thing is that the Switch runs nicely on a HD TV. The PS4 runs nicely on a TV.
On a TV.
The Xbox runs okay on a TV. There is no, if none to very little input lag on these things. Like, everything that they said wouldn't be a problem
Is a problem.
And part of it is, I think we've said it before in previous videos or previous chats, the network, the infrastructure isn't up to the task Stadia wants to do.
Yeah.
And the fact that they've gone quiet.
I mean, they have.
There was a website of things Google have made and killed.
Yes.
And there is a web page full of things. It's like, this is worrying. It's not even a year, not even 6 months since they launched Stadia, and for them to go quiet this quickly is a worry. Because this is the thing, the people who have bought these games, if they pull the plug on Stadia, that's it. You're not getting access to it. You've paid for nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a worry. It's basically like a lot of people who warned that about Google kind of now coming around probably saying, well, we told you, we warned you. I mean, we don't want to be right, but Google have a history. They don't commit unless it's profitable and successful instantly.
Mm.
And Stadia is not that.
No, it is not at all.
At all. This needs a lot of work to it.
It's come out, I think it's... I dare to say this mainly because this is Britain. 10 years too soon.
Only 10 years?
Only 10 years. I'm going to be... I am saying I'm being generous. I'm a generous... I'm an optimist, remember.
BT Openreach.
I'm being optimistic.
BT Openreach have had around about 10 years to put the fucking fibre optic through into network into the country. And they're probably not even halfway done.
No.
I wouldn't even say they were a tenth of the way done, because 9 times out of 10 they're literally like, we'll put it in when we want to.
This
is why you don't have monopolies, people. This is why you don't have monopolies.
It's done. Yeah, it's come out too soon. Way too soon. They've expected countries to have the technology to have this work
and not
run poorly.
Yeah, and not put any into it themselves.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if I've said it in a chat before, but I've said constantly. If Google wanted this to work, they needed to put the money into the infrastructure themselves, because no one else was going to do it for them.
I think that's it.
Yeah, bit of a negative to end on.
Not really a negative. It's Stadia, man. Everybody knows the way of Stadia.
Yeah. And then in the inevitability of Google pulling the plug on something that isn't making them money.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Terrible. Just terrible.
Anyway, that'll be. Is that it for today?
That's it. I think that's it for
a slow news week.
It's not been great. I mean,
we managed to pull it.
There hasn't been loads.
Yeah, we managed to extend it as much.
It's really just been the Blizzard thing that's been like massive.
Yeah.
Which
is understandable. I mean, for it to be less than one.
One more thing. Ending on a good note.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy, I think it's the last trailer, the final trailer. It's the theme song trailer. That trailer, if you haven't seen it, just check it out. It is fantastic.
So when they say theme song trailer,
no, no one cares about the theme song. You see a lot of new stuff. They've changed a fair few stuff about the Midcast story. There is a lot of stuff.
They were gonna have
which is fine.
I'm fine with that.
I think they're involving Sephiroth a bit more. Of what I've seen. This is only my interpretation of what I've seen. It could all still be in Cloud's head.
Yeah.
But of what I saw in the trailer, it does look like he's actually there. Which is fine. It's fine. Because the thing is, what you got to remember for it is Sephiroth kind of needs a little bit more in that game.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, look back at the story.
Yeah.
Look back at the original.
Yeah.
Right? Sephiroth becomes the main villain
Yeah.
at Midgard Tower. Yeah?
Yeah. Shinra Tower.
Shinra Tower. Right? You don't really meet him
No.
actually in game
Right.
till...
The thing is,
the
right.
ship.
The thing is, the whole thing with Sephiroth, right, is that everyone thinks
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about this. What I'm saying is, his character actually needs a little bit more. Because otherwise, he's just, I'm going to turn the planet into a meteor and travel the cosmos like my mother before me. And that's literally his characteristic. That's it. Oh, and he taunts Cloud a little bit. Other than that, there's nothing really there. I mean, really, to get any sort of extra development into Sephiroth, you have to watch Advent Children. And that movie's awful. This is what I'm saying. Like, so putting him into the Midgar section, even if you just meet him for like 30 seconds before thingy, and you can just add a little bit more character into him.
The thing is, right, is the reason why I'm not unhappy about it. The thing is with basically, right, the whole Midgard section is like this contained thing, and you play throughout it thinking that Shinra are the big bad, and that and then you go to the Shinra Tower,
Yes.
and it's like, oh, we're gonna have our first confrontation with the head of Shinra. We know there's another 2 discs,
Yeah.
so clearly we're not gonna have victory per
Yeah.
se. And then it's like, before you even have a fight with the head of Shinra, you get captured, and then during the night, something happens, and everyone is dead.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Oh, I know this, but this is my point.
the
right?
thing is, like, they've got another, at least 2 parts to flesh out Sephiroth's part in it.
Yes.
Right? They have the whole flashback for that.
Yeah.
Right? There's no need to have him in Midgard.
I do understand where you're coming from, right? But the main thing is, I can pretty much guarantee that the majority of people who are going to buy this game already know the story.
Yes.
So I think just adding
Right.
new characters in or
No,
for,
no, no, no,
for
no,
extra
no, no.
stuff isn't going to be great.
They don't need to do that. They don't need to add extra characters. They just do more stuff with Avalanche.
Maybe.
That's the thing. It's like, we are with Avalanche for such a short period of time. I think there's only like 3
There's 3
parts
bosses.
of
There's 3 bosses.
3 parts of the game, right, in Midgard that you are with Avalanche. The opening bombing run,
The
the second bombing run, and the plate, right? That's it. So they could have
Yeah,
really focused on that. So that basically when you get to the plate, it is literally like very near the end of the game, and it just shoehorns you up the Shinra Tower to that fight, and then you escape, and then that's the end of the game, right?
You
They
gotta
could have
remember, this is going to be, I think they've said it's a 40-hour game.
Yeah, 30 to 40-hour game.
So
yeah.
how much more with Avalanche are you going to do?
There are at least 7 sectors in Midgar.
Well, you want to go to all 7 sectors?
You don't have to go to all 7. But no, right. There's 7 sectors, right? 7 sectors in Midgar. At least 7 sectors in Midgar. Probably more, actually. Right? Say 8. Let's say 8. Just nice round number, because it's the pizza dish.
Yeah.
And it's the people should really get that reference.
Yes.
It's 8 sections with an upper and lower, right? The
Yeah.
sector 7 and sector 6 slums, etc., etc. Right? So that is 16 zones, right? They wouldn't have to go everywhere, but they could do more stuff in different sectors as part of Avalanche, and you would get to learn
I suppose.
Biggs, Wedge, Jesse.
I just don't think if you're just going to focus more on Avalanche, I don't think there's enough to do with Avalanche. I think bringing Sephiroth into this adds more to it.
Well, the problem is right, the Cloud Sephiroth dynamic in Final Fantasy VII is not that huge a deal in a sense in the original game.
I think this
then, yeah, if they're turning that into such a big deal, it takes away from the other messages of the game. Midgar is a massive anti-pollution statement.
Yeah.
Shinra are a massive anti-pollution capitalist statement. And in this day and age, that message, more than anything, needs to be like shouted loud.
Again, that can still be there.
Yeah, it can. But I'm saying the thing is like if they focus more on like the Cloud Sephiroth thing,
I don't think that's what they're gonna do.
Like, if you're saying if it's in his head, then fine.
It might be in his head. What I've seen from the trailer, it doesn't look like it. But like I've said, you can still have those messages in. Like those messages.
Yeah.
Just because Sephiroth's here.
No. The thing is like since Final Fantasy VII released, right, the original, right, and everything since then, right, they had this over focus on Cloud and Sephiroth. I don't want this game to solely be about that.
I don't think it's going to be.
I mean,
it's not going to be.
30, 40 hours it would be quite great.
That's what I mean. It's not going to be. It is going to. They do, like I've said, for Sephiroth, in all honesty, it's going to add more character to him. He's not just going to be. Well, at least I'm hoping he's not just going to be, ha ha ha, Cloud, I am here. Take this. To which that's literally what he was. I don't care what anybody says. He is a good-looking bad guy. He looks cool and everything. His character, he doesn't have one. He's a bland fucking character. He kills Aerith.
Yeah.
And then just goes, ha ha ha. That's literally what he does. He mocks Cloud.
Yes.
And then goes off.
Cloud, and
then
off.
when he appears again, he mocks Cloud. And goes off again. That's it. If you actually go back to the original game and look at Sephiroth, he's not exactly a great villain. This is my annoyance with Final Fantasy VII fans when they go, oh, Kuja's not very good for Final Fantasy IX. Kuja's better than fucking Sephiroth.
Yeah, I have to admit, Kuja is a good villain.
Kuja has an actual backstory that's actually decent.
Right.
Whereas with this, if you bring him into Midgar, we can actually learn.
You're forgetting Sephiroth's backstory.
I don't need to know.
Right. But look, this is going to be an argument that will just continue
on. No, right. It's just 2 seconds, right? Right. His backstory is good. Right. Yeah. His backstory is good. It's what he does afterwards, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Afterwards is he's literally just, ha ha ha, Cloud, I did an evil thing. And now I'm going to hide in the cave while I wait for the meteor to hit the world.
Yeah.
That's it. That's Sephiroth, right?
Yeah.
Kuja, on the other hand, as an example, Kuja has a really good backstory, and then he becomes this manipulative bloody snake into Alexander, and uses the Queen to get Princess Garnet. He actually evolves as he goes along.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he just goes absolutely mental when he realizes, oh, I don't actually. Fucking, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
We don't get that with Sephiroth. Sephiroth just goes, oh, I'm a clone from Genova or whatever it was. And he just he goes insane.
Well, no, he's the genetically created to be a child of Genova.
Yes, that's what I mean.
And he's the first successful one.
And he goes insane, which, understandable. But then after that, he doesn't actually do anything other than do an evil thing, mock Cloud a little bit, and then run away.
Yeah.
Do an evil thing, mock Cloud, run away. That's it. There's no... Whereas, so for this, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, where you don't want Sephiroth to be in there because you want...
I want the Midgar thing to be the Midgar thing.
To be the Midgar thing.
Yeah.
I understand that, but like, for me, the way I'm looking at it, and I think this is because I don't have as much as a connection with Final Fantasy VII as you do.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it as... This can maybe give a little bit more character to Sephiroth, and
yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I
think
it's going to just boil down into Sephiroth showing up, berating Cloud.
This
And
is why
then
I'm saying I
fucking-
hope it's not this. Because if it is again, I'm not going to be very happy with it. Like, if I'm honest, what I would love, if he is just in cutscenes, like we see him maybe once with Cloud. We see him once with Cloud, and then the next time we see him, we get to see him go through the Shinra Tower. Just slaughtering everybody. Because the people who are going to buy this game already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, we all know what's going to happen at this
Yeah.
point. So, for us to actually see Sephiroth do it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have to admit that.
Just to appear and just murder.
Because not only that, you can also put character into him that way.
Yeah.
Just watch him just slowly cut down everybody that gets in his way before he gets to President Shinra, and then leave his
Takes his
giant sword.
Masamune.
To which, how does he get that back? Does he have multiple ones?
I can only assume he has multiples because that thing is wedged. That thing is
That thing's
stuck in
like
it.
stuck in Shinra. How does he get it? When did he get it back? He ran away.
Yeah, I just think like the beginning of Final Fantasy VII is so well done.
It's really, really well done.
because it makes you think like Midgar is it, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it's oh my god, this massive world is a thing, and then you get to Carmen, you have the backstory, and they're like, oh my god, the people I thought were the real bad guys, no, they're nothing compared to this dude. They're absolutely nothing.
Oh, I completely
And
understand.
I kind of wanted that sort of thing.
I think, again, like I said, I think it's mainly because the people who are going to buy this game already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So there's no point in just copy and pasting it with a nice
But
shiny.
if it's part of like, because even in like the Midgard bit, there was a couple of flashes, and I think if I remember correctly, it's actually Zack
Yes.
talking to him.
I think Zach's in the trailer as well.
Yeah. So if they like play off it like, because before it was like you never saw them, it was just
Yeah.
this voice that was talking to Cloud. So if it's Zack, if it's like still in Cloud's head, I'll be happy with that.
I think
Because
it
we
could
all
still
know
be-
like Cloud's messed up because of what's happened to him.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, in the trailer we get to see Cloud dressed as a woman. We get to see the honeybee inn, like
Sweet.
inside.
Sweet.
We get to see more of oh, where is it? You know where Don Quixote's stuff is.
Oh, his mansion.
His
Yeah,
mansion.
Sector 6.
Yeah, you get to
The
see
Sector
more
6
Sector
suns.
6 in the trailer. Looks good. We get to see I believe it's the bottom of Shinra Tower, and it's just covered in this like black smoke, sort of thing at the bottom, which
Yeah.
is where I'm thinking that's Sephiroth.
Possibly.
And we have Aerith, but it might not be because I'm sure Aerith is in there, and it says this is like some sort of evil. I can feel its evilness, sort of deal.
Yeah.
So which is why I'm like that's gonna be Sephiroth.
Yeah, possibly.
Um,
Either that, or it's like the thing is like the whole thing of like Shinra is that it's polluting the.
yeah,
planet.
it could be that. It could be
It's
that. as well.
killing the planet, so it could be that.
What I'm hoping is that we actually get some sort of character other than I'm evil for being evil.
I'm evil for being evil. I've done
For
I've done an
Sephiroth.
evil thing, so now you must. Now
His
you-
backstory is, like I said, his backstory is really good. It's just after that, he really doesn't do anything. In my eyes, anyway. I'm sure there's people out there, and if anybody watches this video, I'm sure I'm gonna get like a ton of hate for what I literally just said.
Yes.
But
Yes,
in
you will.
my eyes, he really doesn't do anything that, to me, justifies him being as beloved as he is. Other than the fact that he kills Aerith.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just kind of like,
Speaking
wow,
of which,
you're...
Speaking of which, I think we've already said this before, but like I say,
Oh, spoilers.
the memes of like, oh yeah, we'll be able to save Aerith. No, Aerith has to die.
Aerith has to die. Aerith
She
is
has
going
to die because Aerith is the one that stops Meteor. Aerith joins with the Life Force and uses Holy as a part of the Life Force to actually stop Meteor. The reason why we have to kill Sephiroth is because he's stopping Holy from activating properly.
Yes.
But yeah, the thing is like there's a bunch of other like Sephiroth is. I like Sephiroth as a villain, but he's not like the villain that like I'm not. He's not the only villain in Final Fantasy VII that I'm looking forward to seeing. Rufus, I am looking forward to seeing him.
Rufus, yeah.
The spoilt little brat with ginger hair. I'm going to enjoy kicking the crap out of him with my Buster Sword. Oh,
yeah.
a one-on-one fight with Rufus. That's gonna be. Yeah. It's like Scarlet.
Yes. Oh, she's in the trailer. We actually get to see the boardroom meeting.
Yeah.
You know that they're like
Oh.
actually see all the characters in there.
With, I think it's Higa.
We actually-
Higa. Oh, I can't pronounce it.
Heidegger.
Heidegger.
We see
Scarlet,
Heidegger,
Hojo,
Hojo, his
President
cousin,
Shinra.
President Shinra,
The
and the guy in charge of the space research. I can never
Palmer.
remember his name. Palmer, yeah, the idiot,
Yeah.
the one who runs away and gets run over by spoilers, runs over by a
By a
plane.
truck.
By a truck.
Get run over by a truck. It's brilliant. Yeah, and
it
also I'm looking forward to the Turks. I'm looking so forward. I mean, granted, the sadness is that I'm not going to hear Tseng be voiced by
Alan, oh, it's gonna suck. Right, whoever does Tseng's voice,
English dub.
please do Tseng's voice as Alan Rickman, because it's just perfect. It just works. I mean, even in his chibi form, it's just like, that's Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
It's Alan Rickman. Look at him.
Look at it. Just look at it. Just anyone. Just look up at a picture to Tseng and then go, yeah, that's an Alan Rickman character.
That is Alan Rickman.
That is an Alan
If
Rickman
that's not
character.
Alan Rickman, then I will not be happy.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I've pre-ordered it now because
Why not?
because it's a game I was going to buy anyway.
Yeah.
I only pre-order games that I'm guaranteed to buy, and I'm guaranteed to like, regardless of what the fuck.
Red 13 was shown.
Oh, Red 13 is going to be. So
He looks
good.
pretty cool. He looks all right.
I'm
sweet.
looking forward to how they voice him because.
The new trailer. It's English.
Oh, is it English?
It's all in English. This is why I'm telling you to go check it out.
Good.
Even though it does show you new things, and you may not like the new things, but it looks
It looks amazing.
absolutely
It's going to look
awesome.
absolutely amazing. I'm just thinking like the whole thing with.
You get to see Chogamog.
Ooh.
It's ridiculous. Like, instead of just being like one Chogaboo with like
A
Moogle
Moogle
just
riding it.
it's just multiple Chogaboos just running
It's
into
just a herd of Chogaboos.
yeah. It's
That's fantastic. But yeah, it's like Nanaki is the when Bugenhagen, is it Bugenhagen?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he reveals that Nanaki's still like a adolescent,
Yeah.
everyone going like, wait, what? So I want him to sound like really sage-like.
You do hear his voice in the trailer. He does sound
Pretty like
quite
say-
old. He
That's
sounds
gonna-
a lot older than you would think he is.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh, Nanaki.
Red 13.
Red 13 is amazing. Actually, do you know what? This is the thing, right? You have your complaints about Sephiroth, but like
he's
the entire
badass.
the entire
He's
cast,
badass.
the entire cast, there's not many things you can say bad about.
Oh yeah.
Duncan Arrow is fantastically corny.
I don't know. Like even I love Sephiroth,
Yeah,
but I'm not afraid to call
yeah,
the
it's
problems out with him.
yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, I love Sephiroth. I think he's great. I think he looks cool. He's badass. But like I said, really after Aerith dies, and even then, when he kills Aerith, it's still kind of like,
I think we've got.
I've done an evil thing.
I think we've probably gone
I did.
over.
Everybody check out the Final Fantasy 7 remake trailer, the theme song trailer, I think it's called.
There should not be a theme
Just
song.
check it out. It's fucking awesome. It's not really a theme song. It's like the battle music. It's all orchestra stuff.
Oh right, okay, that's fine.
It's not a theme song.
I got when I saw the name of it, I was like, no, don't do it.
Is that why you didn't check it out?
Yeah, it's like, don't do it, Final
No.
Fantasy 13.
It probably-
Don't get Rihanna Lewis. Don't do it.
It
It's a bad
probably
idea.
has a theme song. It probably has a theme song. We're probably going to get a beginning like Final Fantasy 15 with Florence and Machine singing something. But,
Oh, which will be content ID.
yeah, instantly.
Damn
But yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad. It's awesome. The trailer's awesome.
yeah. Well,
It gets you hyped.
everyone go watch it then. I think that's gonna be it. We've probably gone over one.
No, we're just doing around about where I wanted. It's about
Okay.
an hour 15. That's all right.
Anyway,
Yeah. I do hope you've enjoyed the chat. Not brilliant, I will be honest, but there's not been much.
Not been much. like we said, the big giant elephant in the room is the
Is Blizzard.
Blizzard and Warcraft 3
Yeah.
Reforged, or as everyone's calling it, refunded. The memes will not stop.
The memes will not stop.
No, they will not. But anyway,
I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've stuck around, if you've even watched it, I mean, let's be honest, nobody watches these.
you know what?
We'll see.
If for some reason you get popular, you'll need that on a t-shirt now.
Nobody watches these.
Nobody watches these videos.
Nobody watches these videos.
But anyway,
If I ever become YouTube famous, that is going to be my slogan.
nobody's gonna watch it.
Nobody watches these videos.
Just for the oxymoron of it.
just for the irony.
The irony of it.
But yeah. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you stuck around, thank you very much. Again, leave your comments down below for any sort of comments on any sort of news. What you think about it. If you dislike me now because I said Sephiroth's not a great villain, I do apologise.
Oh, commit to it.
No. I'm saying I apologise for it. It's still true. It's not my fault that he's not a great bad guy.
He's still a badass, though.
Yeah, he's still a badass. So
You don't get to burn down a village and not be a badass.
yeah. So yeah. We'll see you in the next videos. Bye now.
Doodles, everyone.